Yay!
Yay!
That
Hello.
is the sound when we guys come together. It's a yay! So tonight we are topicing our life and we're naming it, what if everywhere you think you are wrong, you're strong? I'll say it one more time. Truly, what if everywhere you think you're wrong, you're strong? And so all of us are what we affectionately call X-Men in Access Consciousness. And what that actually looks like is that we have a neurodivergence where we receive information in a different way and we're extremely energetic and we have the ability to be aware of past, present, and future. And most of us, to quote Shannon O'Hara, have never been shown how to be different. We've only been shown to fit in. And there's an X-Men class that I facilitate called Disabilities Are
Abilities.
And it's where we get to explore these capacities that we have decided are absolutely wrong. like conclusion, they're wrong. That's it. Close the door, nothing else. And we start to see the judgments and the points of views that are attached to these capacities that we've bought from others. And so I'm going to say this. When I went to this class, I went for my son, you know. He takes information in a very different way, super smart kid. And it took me a while to realize that I had all these differences, but I was so dynamically trying to fit in because I had decided my differences were stupid, highly functional autistic, that I was slow. And so I had massive judgments that I bought and that were severely impacting me in regard to my functionality, and also were affecting me massively in my relationships and still can today, you know. I recognized the behavior today, you know. And so this whole exploration of knowing that you're different, the willingness to have gratitude for it, I'm going to say that it's a very new journey for most people.
Yeah. And it's a journey. Like, thank you for saying that. It's not like, oh, now I see I'm not wrong. Okay, I'm over it. Like, it's a journey, and you will find more and more things where you can acknowledge some strength where you before thought you were wrong, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I am going to say the people that I get to work with are so strong. Like, they have this courage to, like, I'm going to say, like, they have this courage to change their point of view when the point of view that they're functioning from is destroying them and not fueling their future, you know. And this whole sitting into your abilities, not disabilities, takes massive courage to change your perspective on the way you function when you've been told. For me, I'm going to say the reason that I avoided the X-Men class initially was that everywhere that I was different was made so wrong that it was like, you know, when you stub your toe and then someone touches off it, like someone would judge me and I would like explode, like, because nobody ever had listened to me, you know. And I had become quite reactive. It was like touching a cut. And the wound was that there was something wrong with me. And so, first of all, it took me a while to get present with the reactive realities I had around being different. And then the movement into sitting into the wrongness, like actually going into the wrongness and seeing, actually, this isn't a wrongness. This is a capacity. This is a strength and capacity that you have with being present, or, you know, looking to change something. And I am going to say this: I used all my capacities against me, certainly not for me.
Yeah, and how much things we were told wrongly And so we've been building on that. And so taking everything down takes so many little steps, just little step by step. And every time a new discovery. Yeah, it's amazing.
I love that you said that taking the walls and barriers down around the capacity, like, are these like little choices. I was walking with my best friend, both of you guys know, Trial Mass today, and I said to him, it's like I've been climbing a mountain for 13 years, and now I'm on top of the mountain and I can see very clearly, the way I like to live, and what's true for me, you know. And so that has absolutely taken me some active choices that allowed me to, first of all, one of the things about being an X-Men is I had the point of view that I was responsible for everyone, you know? It's like that is not a great trait, like, particularly people who are well capable of looking after themselves, And so what I would try to do is I would try to take away people, heal them, save them, help them. And I depleted my own energy instead of actually allowing people to live the way they want to live. Everyone has a free life to live the way they would like to live, and utilizing my energy for the way I wanted to live. And so for me, I'm going to say, like, I'm recovering from something that we call the fifth element. And the second thing for me that I'm only getting to is it's okay that I'm fast and that I can create things easily. It's okay that I actually can have a beautiful, peaceful living, and I have that capacity of choice, the things that you were gifted when you're born. And I see so many of us. I had this stunning kid in a class in Budapest 2 weeks ago. And did you ever meet someone and you really see how different they are, and you start to recognize those differences in yourself, and I recognize that everything is he's super fast and he's super creative and he's very smart, and how that could be annoying to other people, but that doesn't have to, then you don't have to make yourself small to fit in. And yeah, this X-Men disabilities or abilities, we talk about autism, okay? We talk about OCD. I was OCD in people's sadness. I was never educated on that I had an ability to perceive energy. And instead of perceiving, I was experiencing what I was perceiving. So I thought I was manically depressed, and I wasn't. I had OCD gone warped. We talk about nervous breakdowns, multiple personalities. We talk about ADD, dyslexia. It is this big manual where everything you think is wrong about you is actually an ability that nobody has asked you about. Yeah. Can I tell you guys a phenomenal story?
Sure.
This is so phenomenal. So I am looking at opening a company in the UK, and I got this contact from this amazing lady that I truly adore. And I was talking to that lady today, and she was telling me she's home educating her daughter. And her mother is a teacher. And her daughter, by the time she came to 4, I think she was 4, and she couldn't read, okay, and write. And so her mother was totally neurotic because she was a school teacher, her grandmother, and her daughter kept saying, no, I'm not going to go into reaction. I am going to allow her to read, we'll put the books out, I know that she's well capable of this. So anyway, she picks up a book at 4 years of age and reads the whole page. And then like 2 weeks later, she reads the whole 14 pages of a book. And then she writes the alphabet in uppercase and lowercase. And I was looking at, like, isn't that wild, like, that this kid has this ability? She just looked at her mother doing it and whoop. Okay. And so how many people that say, hey, this kid is wrong because they're not learning this way, they should do it my way. And they're so stuck in a program and structure instead of looking at what is this child capable of beyond any of my constructs, my structure, you know? And this story highlighted, like the kid just picks up the book, you know, and now she's like, I'm tired now, Mom, I would like you to read to me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Totally. And we all have stories like this, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know I have massively, I'm going to say, improved my living after taking this class, and I continued. I mean, I facilitated because I fell in love with it. You know, like if that's not like backing something up, I don't know what is. And we'd love to invite you. We start on March 29th and 30th. We're live in London and online. And we'd love to invite you to a class that will have your back. The manual is, you know, on my shelf over here, and I pick it up. The fish book is next to my, you know, next to my bed. And it really has transformed, number one, I would say, the relationship with myself and detoxing the severity of judgment and the severity that judgment had on my functionality. Yeah.
And can I just add, for me, it also changed so much with my body. Because
totally, yeah.
Because all this wrongness that we make real and true, it's like a and so in the manual there's even some like body diseases that we can look at. And the more we let go of the judgment, the lighter and happier our bodies get.
I'm so grateful that you talked about this. We do go into the body quite a bit in the manual. If we just take a look for a moment, what Frida is actually talking about is you're told what it is to have a body, you know, and unfortunately in our world right now, you're seeing the symptoms of what's not working with people having a body, you know. A lot of people are under stress, burnout, a lot of mental illness. And so this book tells you, it gets you to look at what is embodiment for you. If you had no judgment, what is your body communicating of what you require? And so that, Matt, thank you so much for reminding me of this, you know, because we're so programmed in the deep programming, you know, letting the fog of everyone else's points of views go so you can see what's true for you. Isn't it so funny? Frida, I'm so grateful for you. Isn't it so funny? 13 years ago, I couldn't get out of bed some days because I was so sick. And 13 years later, I got out of bed this morning at 7:30 and was happy to be alive. And I have this fuel. I have this fuel of energy for being alive. And the main thing I changed was not judging me anymore in my body. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
it's like getting out of a box in which we are trapped with all these limitations, judgments, and finally that box breaks open. Yeah, and we get access to so much more.
Totally. And I'm stunned at when I have taken my energy out of judging myself and out of fixed points of views, how much more choice and possibilities are available to me. Yeah. It's quite miraculous actually. Like the way that you can transform your life by detoxing judgment. It continues to surprise me every day, particularly with my body. And one thing I know is that when I'm creating my life and doing what I love, my body does so much better. Totally beautiful. So we warmly invite you to this X-Men Disabilities Are Abilities. And even if you're out there and, you know, you're judging yourself and you're like, I'm fucked up or whatever, you know what? It may take you a while to get to true kindness with yourself. I was brutal with myself. You know, how about you guys? I was like brutal.
Yeah. I still can be, less and less.
Yeah. I mean, woof, I was like not a nice person to myself, you know. And I'm getting kinder. And of course, sometimes differences show up and the old judgments that are there. But now I can very quickly ask, like, what's right about me that I'm not getting? That's our favorite tool. And who does this judgment belong to? And what have I made so real about judgment that doesn't allow me to have gratitude? Judgment is not a reality. It is not something that's true. There's nothing behind it, you know? And so we'd love to invite you to this class. This is so beautiful. We know each other and we can like share these tools, and yeah, it's just wondrous. Beautiful. Come join us. Come join us. Beautiful. Thanks, everyone. Happy
Thank
Tuesday.
you.